gentlemen, and this is
Victor, and we are welcoming you back to Semester 2 Brookwood Broadcast.
Up first, we have Kenzie and Sophia with Brookwood Trivia.
Today we are going to do some trivia. Let's go. What teacher has played shooting guard in basketball through high school? Answer is Mr. Laddick. Next question is, what teacher wanted to actually be a nurse instead of a teacher? The answer is Mrs. Obrey. Which teacher has 4 pet jellyfish? The answer is Mr. Granahan. What teacher has a rotating tie hanger at school? Mr. Lewis. Which teacher's favorite exercise is swimming? The answer is Miss Lind. What teacher got a 100-pound husky stuck in a tree? The answer is Mrs. Babula. Thanks for watching.
Wow, those were some great questions, my guy. Up next, we have Jory and Billy with Brookwood Highlights.
Hi, I'm Billy, and today we're going to talk about the highlights of this week. Monday, we had musical rehearsals after school. Also, we had a volleyball game at Trevor and Zumba after school. On Tuesday, we had coding after school and Gooth games in the morning. We also had a volleyball game versus Wheatland. On Thursday, we had a volleyball game with Trevor. On Friday, we have a book fair. It's also Dr. Seuss's birthday, so because of that, we have a worldwide silent sustained reading. That's all we have for this week. Thanks for watching Highlights.
I think the play will be dope, my guy. Next up is Victor and I talking about our opinions of the most hyped shoes in 2018.
Welcome to our opinions on the most hyped shoes of 2018. This is a new segment me and Landon are trying out, so hope you enjoy.
Alright, coming up at number 5, we have the Off-White and Air Jordan 1 collab.
Oof, were those saucy or what? Coming in at number 4, we have the Off-White NMDs.
Alright, call me an
Fire truck.
Somebody get them flames out, my guy. Coming out at number 3, we have the Yeezy Boost 350 Oreos.
Dang, my guy, those shoes were fire. Up next at number 2, we have the Human Race NMDs.
Alright, wow, my guy. Those shoes are some serious heat. I might need to cop those good stuff. Last but not least, the epic, the legendary, we have the Paul George 2 limited editions PlayStation 4 collab.
Wow, my guy, I think I know what I'm saving my allowance for. Well, thank you for watching this Brookwood broadcast.
Hope you guys enjoyed our opinion on the most hype shoes. If you guys have any opinions yourself, be sure to tell us. Later.
Wow, those shoes threw some serious flames. Now let's talk about the student and teacher MVP of the month.
Hi, I'm Addie, and I'm here with
Gunner.
and he's the student of the week, and he's in 7th grade. A student said, he's nice to everybody, and other students. And another student said, he's always has a smile on your face, and he's respectful towards everybody. How does that make you feel?
Good. Yeah, good.
Do you think it's true?
Sure. Yes.
Is that your honest opinion?
No.
I'm Addie, and I'm here with...
Mrs. Peters.
She's teacher of the week. And the student said, she reads to us, lets us work with friends, and is funny. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good.
And then this student said, when I was in basketball, I was having a hard time, and she helped me. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel good just because one of my big things is to make kids feel comfortable in school and feel good about themselves. So that's a big compliment.
Good job to those teachers and students. Up next, we have news stories in Wisconsin with Cole and Jack.
I'm Cole, and this is
Jack, and today we will be talking about a horrific news story.
On February 14th, 2018, there was a school shooting that took place at Parkland, Florida at a high school.
This was a very scary moment for those who were there.
I agree. Approximately 17 lives were taken, and many in critical condition.
This shooter was a former student and was expelled because he was a threat to the school.
The reason why the shooter did this was because it gave him an exhilarating feeling.
This left many holes in most families, which will never forget this moment.
The U.S. will never be the same from that day. Students are protesting to make it harder for teenagers to get a gun.
That's all. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Wow, that story was very sad, and I send my prayers to the victims of the shooting. Now, let's talk about some global news stories with Andrew and Josh.
Hi, I'm Andrew, and welcome to Global News.
And I'm Josh.
Our first story we will be talking about is that a double-decker bus crashed off a highway and fell 200 meters down a cliff in southern Peru. Police say there was at least 44 confirmed deaths. The crash took place before dawn on Wednesday the 14th near a river on the coastal province of Camino.
That's a sad story. For the second and final story, we have 6 arrested after stabbing in Coates, St. Luke. Police got a 911 call just before 9 p.m. on Tuesday about an armed assault that had taken place at the corner of Kildare Road and Eldridge Avenue. Overnight, the police arrested the 6 people.
Good thing they got arrested.
That is all we have for Global News. Bye.
Some upsetting and sad news. Well, to clear up the mood, let's put your brain to work with some real or fake news by Landon and Jimmy.
I'm Landon.
And I'm Jimmy, and this is real or fake news. First off, a man rams an armored vehicle into a store for just a bottle of wine. That story was real.
For our second story, we will be talking about a squirrel jumping on a police officer's car in New York City. It is real. For our third story, I will be talking about 14 worms were actually in a woman's eye in Oregon, and doctors and nurses were pulling them out. That story is also real.
Our next story, a new species of spider was found in the Amazon rainforest during their latest expedition. The story was fake.
Hey, Cole.
Hey, Jack.
What's this?
Oh, this is a new Brookwood store.
What are you selling?
Well, we're selling pens, pencils, string bags, earbuds, water bottles, long sleeve, and sweatshirts.
And where can I find this?
Well, on some days, you can find this in the cafeteria during your breakfast and lunchtime.
Oh, cool. I might take me a sweatshirt.
You do that.
Hi, welcome to Entertainment. Today we'll be talking about the Olympics. First, we're going to talk about Shaun White. Shaun won gold in men's halfpipe with a total of 97 points with his last run to win gold. Next up, we have men's hockey. Sadly, USA lost to the Czech Republic 3-2 in a shootout. That means they are out of the Olympics. Last but not least, we have men's slopestyle winner. 17-year-old Red Gerard was the youngest snowboarder to win gold in the Olympics. He was in 11th place, and then he wowed the crowd and the judges. Well, that's all.
Well, my guy, those were some tricky questions. Next up, we have comedy with Eli, Michaela, and Brooke.
Hello, I'm Eli.
Michaela. And Brooke.
And today we are going to be recreating some vines and showing you some of our favorites. Roll the clip.
Like Savage, why you got a 12-car garage and you only got 15 cars? Cause we all just wanna be big rock stars and live in hilltop houses driving 15 cars. Like Savage, why you got a 12-car garage and you only got 15 cars? Cause we all just wanna be big rock stars and live in hilltop houses driving 15 cars.
Oh yes, wait a minute, Mr. Postman.
Happy birthday, Raven!
Okay, soon.
road work ahead. Yeah, I sure hope it does.
You ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
Welcome to physics.
Hurricane Katrina! More like Hurricane Tortilla.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
I'm still gonna be in the center.
I want to be in the center.
You're there on a ship, a pirate ship of Gallon Captain Hook. He's only just man whoever was a crook. You have to.
Those are some hilarious questions. Lastly, we're going to end it off with Victor and Brian with should phones be allowed in school?
Do you want to have phones in school?
Well then, do we have some news for you? We are starting a petition to allow phones in school.
Teachers, did you know that having a phone in school can teach responsibility, save money on flashcards, and keep kids happier?
Students using their own devices instead of school devices, not just phones, can save the school time and money. It can also decrease the rate of broken iPads and Chromebooks. And if a student doesn't have enough money to get their own devices, they can use the Chromebook that the school already has.
Cell phones also create a convenience that was previously unavailable. With cell phones, you can reach your kids for any reason and ask them questions or change plans. In case you're in danger, you can also call the police or a medical provider.
It isn't fair if teachers are allowed to use mobile phones and children aren't. And if there is an official ban using phones at school, a teacher is noticed with his device in hand, he will never face the same consequences as students have to face when caught red-handed.
Cell phones can also be used as learning aids, such as a calculator, search for extra materials, visual representation, vocabulary, and a calendar are only some of the many applications that a cell phone can be used for in study.
Students always have a hard time memorizing the amount of information given at schools. Phones can be a good way of helping with this by switching on your camera and making a photo to keep important information. Students also enjoy making voice notes to be able to keep track of their assignments.
The calendar is also a very important thing because children can set tasks and reminders for the future and perform them in time. It helps them be more organized with papers and notebooks that have a tendency to be lost or forgotten, but such a lovely thing as a phone, never. There is never a parent that wouldn't like to know where his kid is. GPS tracking is a great benefit for parents. They can easily determine the location of the child. Even if a child is reported missing, he will be much easier to find if he has a...
What is your opinion about phones?
I think phones are good for some reasons. I feel like kids should not be playing them like for video games, but otherwise they are very helpful. Like if you don't have a calculator and you use it doing something on your Chromebook, and like you don't want to get off of the IXL problem that you're doing or something that you're doing, and you just need to go onto a calculator if you don't have one. So it can be helpful for some reasons, but I think they should be allowed.
Hey Georgie, why do you think phones should be allowed in school?
I think they should be allowed because when you make a homework call and you don't know your phone number for home or your mom's or parents, whatever, you could just take out your phone and just call.
Thanks.
Do you think cell phones should be allowed at school?
I don't think they are a necessity at school. In our middle school, I feel that they would be a distraction, and you'd be more concerned about what is on your phone or who's calling or who's texting you when you should be learning. And we have lots of phones in our building and teachers that would help you at any time to get a hold of anybody you would need to get a hold of. And I feel it would be more of a distraction than help.
I agree with that. What do you feel about phones?
I feel that students should be allowed to have their phones in class because sometimes you get very important messages during the day, especially from parents. It would just have to be limited and students would have to use them wisely.
I agree with that.
Well, congratulations to everyone that participated in this Brookwood broadcast. See you next time for Semester 2, Brookwood Broadcast 3. Bye.